Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is LB Realist, and this is Surrealistic Studios, Surreal News, where the real is surreal. Thank you for joining me. So, it's early morning. It's about 4:46 a.m. as I'm recording this audio. The reason why I'm recording audio is because I'm in my car, and it's dark. There's no light. Therefore, I must give you guys audio. So, I'm hoping you guys are well. If not, I'm hoping you do better. I'm hoping we all do better. And really, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still making videos. I'm still occasionally tweeting. I'm not so much on Facebook anymore. I need to jump back on it. It's just they've gotten really crazy with their restrictions on Facebook. And I'm on Instagram more often than not. But I'm really trying to pick up the steam here with the channel, with the business, and with everything that I'm trying to do. I mean, my regular subscribers know that, I've started recording. My first political video on this channel was February, I believe, 7th of 2016, and it was about Bernie Sanders. Because he was the one that really initially lit a fire under my ass, and he was the one that got me to where I am today. Maybe not got me to where I am today, but he was the one that got me in it in the first place. If it wasn't for Bernie Sanders talking about Medicare for all and, um, raising a minimum wage and, redistributing the wealth, to the middle class and lower class instead of to the upper class. If it wasn't for him introducing these ideas to me, these ideas that I thought were just too crazy to even talk about, I wouldn't be who you guys see before you today. I wouldn't be who I am, so I owe Bernie Sanders a lot. And I think a lot of other people owe Bernie Sanders a lot as well. And no, you don't have to owe him everything, but you do have to pay him his respect. You do have to realize that for a lot of people in this political atmosphere today, a lot of these people were first inspired by Bernie Sanders. So I say all that leading up to the fact that Bernie Sanders is getting ready to announce that he's running for president. And I'm not entirely sure where my allegiance is going to lie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like so many others, I'm done throwing blind allegiance to just, any candidate that, spouts off the mouth about anything. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how great your candidate is, they could let you down. They most likely will disappoint you in some way. Bernie Sanders, AOC, Tulsi Gabbard, Elizabeth Warren, all of these people have in some way or another let a lot of their base, a lot of their supporters down. And that's just the name of the game. That's the price we pay for dealing with politics. Because in politics, it requires you to compromise, to work across, to reach across the table, to work with, your political rivals, and a lot of the times you have to do things that you don't want to do. You have to do things that are overwhelmingly unpopular with your supporters. I don't believe there's anything. I don't think there's any such thing as a perfect candidate, but we do have to gauge how these candidates, how they are when they first come out, how they respond to criticism, and the actions that they do once they're in office. And so far I can say that since Bernie has been elected, he's been talking about the same things. I mean, for years, and ever since the 2016 election, he disappointed us by endorsing Hillary Clinton, and even more so by getting all of his supporters or trying to get all of his supporters to vote for her and to throw all of their support behind her. That was disappointing to hear. That was disappointing to experience. But at the same time, at the same token, Bernie Sanders, even though he didn't win the 2016 nomination, the Democratic nomination, even though he didn't win the presidency, he still accomplished so much since that time. He's helped to get Amazon workers up to $15. He's helped to put pressure on Disney as well as Walmart. He's really he's the one that kept Medicare for all in the spotlight, in the forefront of the conversation. He was talking about a fair minimum wage, a living wage. Bernie Sanders kept all of these issues in the mainstream, even so, like, to the point where new politicians such as AOC have come out, and now AOC is doing the exact same thing. Now all these politicians, especially Democratic politicians, have no choice. They have no choice whatsoever but to come out here and talk about the issues. Now AOC is talking about a Green New Deal. We got people mad at AOC because she's not giving credit to Jill Stein and the Green Party in regards to the Green New Deal. And which I kind of understand, because, I've never heard her mention Jill Stein or anything like that. And me personally, I would like to see her give credit to Jill Stein and the Green Party. And even more so, I would like everybody to give credit to the originators of that idea, which really isn't even Jill Stein or the Green Party. It's another organization. I forget what the organization is called. But see, that's why we need to talk about it. And even more so, it really does not matter who originated the idea and where it came from. What matters is the idea. It's not about one person or one group, one organization. It's about an idea. It's about the collective good. So I don't want to spend too much time harping on, who said it first. That's not really important, although I do agree that credit should be given. Credit should be given where it's due. Absolutely. But let's just remember what the point is. And the point is, we have all of these issues out in the forefront thanks to, AOC and Bernie Sanders. So when it comes to Bernie Sanders versus, let's say, a Tulsi Gabbard, how do they fare? And where do you go from there when your heart really belongs with the Bernie Sanders crowd? But Tulsi Gabbard, on the other hand, has shown an incredible amount of integrity. She's shown bravery. She stepped down from the vice chair position of the DNC just to support Bernie Sanders in 2016. That's how much she believed in Bernie Sanders. That's how much she believed in the message. That she was willing to compromise. She was willing to, let go of her own position, her own powerful position within the Democratic Party to endorse a democratic socialist, a self-proclaimed democratic socialist, 70-something-year-old man named Bernie Sanders. That takes guts. That takes balls. Big brass balls. Big steel ones. Just hanging and swinging. I'm serious. Tulsi, I believe, was the first Hindu ever elected to Congress. Not to play identity politics, but she is a woman. She would be the first woman president, the first Hindu president. And icing on the cake, she's a fucking veteran. She's a veteran, y'all. Like, she went to Iraq and she's seen action. She went to Kuwait. She's seen action. She was a medic. So this is something that we haven't had this in the presidency in a long time. A president who has actually seen the many ugly faces of combat. And that's something that I think that we should be more cognizant of. Like, we should be more conscious of that, because we have all of these people in mind that we want to vote for, all these people that we think should be president. But how many of these people have actually been to war? How many of these people have seen action? How many of these people would fully comprehend a decision to send soldiers, our American soldiers, our American citizens, our men and women, overseas to fight a war that they have no clue about, to fight for something that they don't even know that they're fighting for? We have to be conscious of these kind of decisions when we're talking about who we're going to vote for. A lot of people think Tulsi Gabbard will be a war hawk, that's a fair assessment. That is very fair. But when you take into account all of the people that we've put in the office that were war hawks, that never even been to war, then you got to start thinking like, maybe we're doing something wrong here. Maybe we should try the opposite of what we've been trying. Maybe something will work out. So these are the type of things that I'm thinking about when I think of a Tulsi Gabbard versus a Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was the reason for the season. He's put so many issues on the forefront. Even Tulsi Gabbard wanted to endorse, or did endorse him. Another thing that Tulsi Gabbard did, or I should say that she's still doing, is she's introducing numerous amounts of legislation in order to make this country a better place. She introduced legislation for paper ballots and election integrity. She introduced legislation to stop arming terrorists. She just introduced legislation to keep the United States in the INF treaty with Russia. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm going to double check that at the end of this video because I don't want to look or sound stupid. But I believe it was the INF treaty with Russia, to prevent a nuclear holocaust or a fucking World War III with Russia or another country. You know, like, these are the type of things that Tulsi Gabbard is doing. So for all of the people to say that she's going to be a war hawk, well, okay, that is a fair assessment, but you have to look at what she's doing now. Look at her record. You know, and I just think that, you know, Tulsi versus Bernie is going to be very interesting. I can't wait. I really, really want to see these two go at each other. Progressive versus progressive. And who can out progressivize the next person? You know, like, because it's getting grimy. It's getting dirty already. And we've just started. So, like I said, it's a tough one for me because I voted for Bernie in 2016. Then I voted for Jill Stein when Bernie didn't win the Democratic nomination. But Tulsi has shown just an incredible. She's been showing an incredible amount of just integrity and honor, and it's a hard choice right now. And I know it's still early, y'all. I know it's still early, but it's a hard one. Because I want to start throwing my support behind somebody to, you know, to give them the edge to raise awareness about the candidate. But I guess, until I really make a decision, I guess I can just raise awareness about both of them. Because honestly, it's either Bernie or Tulsi for me, dog. I mean, it's not going to be no Kamala. It's Kamala, by the way. It's not going to be no Kamala Harris. It's not going to be no Kirsten Gillibrand. It's not going to be no Amy Klobuchar. It's not going to be no whoever the hell else is running. Damn sure ain't going to be no Starbucks CEO. Howard Schultz. It's not going to be Howard. It's either going to be Bernie or Tulsi. Right now, Bernie Sanders is the most popular politician in America besides AOC, I would assume, at this point. AOC they can't stop talking about AOC in Fox News and everywhere else. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know it's still early, but, to be honest, the election does get kind of fun. It's a big contest. It's a big game. We already know. Yes, it's rigged. Yes, we know it's rigged. It's been proven to be rigged. So we have to figure out how we're going to unrig it or how we're going to break the rigging. Those are our only two options here. Or to just accept it and to keep going the way we've been going, in which we're not going to have too much longer of that. So, again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, share it, and subscribe. I said subscribe and share it. And let's keep this conversation going, y'all. Got a couple announcements, actually. So, I started the Amazon Affiliates program, in which I signed up to be an Amazon affiliate. They give me links, and I post the links on my social media account. And when you guys click on the links, and if you guys buy something, I don't even think you have to buy what the link is. If the link is like a microphone, like I think I have one for a microphone, you don't even have to buy the microphone. You just click the link and then, search whatever you want to search. And then whatever you buy, I get a certain percentage of that sale. Now, of course, I'm just starting out in the program. They require that I make at least get 3 clicks in sales, before they're even able to accept me fully as an affiliate. So I need 3 volunteers. 3 volunteers. If you guys already shop with Amazon, just, if you guys want to support me, you guys want to support the show, and help grow this further, then you guys can click on the link that I will provide in the description section of this video and in previous videos. And you guys can click the link and you can help support me in the show by clicking that link and buying something through Amazon. If you're already going to buy something through Amazon, which more than half the United States uses Amazon, if you're going to buy something through Amazon, why not support the show and just, click the link and, search through there. And that's an easy way for you guys to support me and to support the show. Another thing that's coming up, I'm trying to get a Shopify store off the ground. I already have it mapped out. I already have the website all together, but I'm still in a trial phase right now. So it's $30 a month to keep the Shopify store, and I think it's another $14-15 for the name, for the domain name. So I'm gonna try to get some money together for that, and once that's official, I only think I have like a couple more days left before the free trial ends. But once that's official, there will be a store called Surrealistic Studios Store, in which you guys will be able to buy different things. I'll have some things up on the site, things that I think are pertinent to everyday society, to everyday living. I'm not gonna have just random shit in my store, but things that I feel like are pretty damn cool. For instance, there's a water bottle that actually has a built-in filter, and you can actually, just pour dirty water into that water bottle and clean it and then drink it from there. So that's pretty cool. But mostly what's going to be available in my store is going to be Surrealistic Studios merchandise. And if you guys want to help support me or the show, you guys can go to the store and buy a Surrealistic Studio shirt. I'm going to have the original Surrealistic Studios logo shirts. That's gonna be the one where I had a shirt already made. You guys have probably seen it, how I had the whole studio set up. It's gonna be that. The first generation shirt is also gonna be a second generation shirt, which is the new Surrealistic Studios melting microphone logo. With the blue and the gold. That's gonna be a shirt. And there's going to be 2 versions of that shirt, actually. There's the regular shirt and there's the banner shirt. And I'll show you guys that later. Also, I have a few other ideas for merchandise. I actually want to sell my brother's, my Play Brothers, his CD. It's smashing. My brother, his name is Silent. Sylint. Sylint. And he makes great music. He is a bona fide musical artist. He's a writer, funny guy, a great guy. You guys are gonna love him. He's not really into politics like that, but he will talk your ear off about religion and about self-help and about all that other fitness. He loves fitness. So we're gonna try to get some great merchandise in for you guys. When I say we, I just mean me, myself, and I, because it's just me over here. I literally have no one else on my team besides people that just support me. But I'm trying to do a lot. I have a lot on my plate. I'm trying to balance my work life with my personal life, with my YouTube life, social media life. My ultimate goal is to have a business, but not a business where, I'm just collecting a bunch of money and I'm just getting over on people. I never wanted to be that kind of rich guy. I always wanted to be a millionaire, but the kind of millionaire that created his wealth from the bottom up and used it to change the world and everyone around him for the better, and not by force. I'm not talking about some, I'm talking about using capital and reinvesting it into the communities and making the communities better, making the country a better place to live for ordinary citizens, not just the middle class, but the lower class people, people that find themselves in poverty, people that don't know how to get out of poverty, people that are in a poverty-stricken mindset that they can't get out of. I want to help and talk to those people. So that's always been my goal. I never knew exactly how I wanted to get there and what avenue I wanted to take to get there, but I always knew that I wanted to get there. So, doing these political videos, it helps me to really break out of my shell, and it helps me to, I guess, it helps me to solidify my dream, I guess, of building something from the ground up and being successful and changing the world with it. And I think that's what I'm doing here, So again, if you guys want to help support me in this channel and this movement, and the Surrealistic Studios movement, then you guys can click the Amazon links that I will provide in the description section. You guys can also go to my Facebook and click the links there. I'll try to leave them there. I'm gonna try to leave them everywhere. I'm trying to get this out because I think I got 180 days to get 3 people to click and buy something. If I can do that, then they'll take me seriously, basically. And again, I have the store coming out. That should be out as long as I get the funds to keep it operating, basically. And you'll be able to buy Surrealistic Studios merchandise. I'm gonna have an account with either Print Aura or Teespring, and I'll be able to make Surrealistic Studios t-shirts, sweaters, coffee mugs. I know we love our coffee in the mornings. You can have a collection. You can get your Jimmy Dore mugs, you can get your Tim Black mugs, and you can get your LB the Realist mugs. How awesome is that? Oh, and there's always Patreon. If you guys want to support me monthly, you can give $1 a month, $2 a month, $3 a month. It really doesn't matter, and you guys can support me monthly, and that also will help the show, will help production, and I believe that's pretty much it. That's what I got going on right now. Like you guys have probably seen, I've been doing Postmates lately. That's been bringing in some money daily for me. Not a lot of money, but a decent amount of money. You can make decent money with Postmates if you know what you're doing. Right now, I'm overnight doing security again. I'm back to doing security, so I'm trying to escape. I'm trying to escape the security life. As long as I'm security, I really don't know. Like, really isn't a job for me anymore. It's really not the job for me anymore. You know, I do my job, I do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm really over it. I tell you that much. I'd rather be doing something that I love doing, and I'd rather be doing a lot of it. So with all that being said, I think I told you guys everything I wanted to tell you guys. Free Millie, free my bro Isaiah Franklin. He should be getting out very soon now. March 6th, my bro should be out. So I'm hoping everything goes as planned. Shout out Uncle Robert from Bob TV, man. Shout out Uncle Rob, because he's been showing me so much love lately, and his channel's been booming, y'all. Bob Report, man, I'm telling you, Bob TV has boomed. His channel has boomed. He's almost up to 8,000 subs now. So congrats to you, Uncle Rob. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Till next time. I gotta do what I gotta do. Step right aside, man. Just step right aside, man. You know the man's coming through. Better step right aside, man. Just